Select the one word or phrase that needs to be used in place of the underlined text to make the sentence correct, or indicate that the underlined text is not in error. Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain, and Jim Morrison are all members of the infamous 27 Club of dead rock stars who lived by the same axiom: live fast, die young, leave a good-looking corpse. Before looking at our choices, let's see if we can find an error in the underlined phrase. As we can see, this semicolon is functioning as an introduction to the axiom these rock stars lived by. However, this is not the function of a semicolon. A semicolon separates two independent clauses that each have a subject and a predicate. We don't find that here. Our first phrase is an independent clause, with the subject being Janis Joplin, Kurt Cobain, and Jim Morrison, and the predicate being are all members. However, our second phrase is simply a saying. It doesn't have a subject. This being the case, we can see that a semicolon is insufficient here. Let's take a look at the alternatives our choices offer. B. A comma. While a semicolon is too strong a pause for our needs here, a comma is too weak. It isn't strong enough to properly introduce the axiom, as its main function is just as a short pause. This can be marked as incorrect. C. A period. Similar to a semicolon, this is too strong. As we've discussed, our second phrase doesn't include a subject, meaning it's not an independent clause, meaning if it stands on its own, it's a fragment. As a period wouldn't suit this context, we can mark this choice off. And D. A colon. Finally, we have something in between a comma and a period or semicolon. As colons are used to introduce lists, texts, or to add emphasis, a colon would be the perfect punctuation to introduce this axiom. This being the case, we can go ahead and mark choice D, a colon, as our final answer.